Turkey's parliament has approved a bill to allow Finland to join NATO. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg congratulated Helsinki on the fastest ratification process in the alliance's modern history.
Finland will formally join our alliance in the coming days. Their membership will make Finland safer and NATO stronger.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine last year marked a turning point for both Sweden and Finland, prompting both to reverse decades of non-alignment and apply to join NATO. Finland shares a 1,300-kilometer border with Russia. Neither Turkey nor Hungary has indicated it will ultimately support Sweden's bid. Finland's approval comes as Secretary of State Antony Blinken heads to Brussels next week for European Union and NATO meetings, focused on continued support for Kyiv. The last NATO foreign ministers' meeting was in Bucharest, Romania last November. The U.S. strongly supports both Finland and Sweden joining NATO as soon as possible. One expert told VOA that Finland joining is a big win for both Helsinki and NATO, and a setback for Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Putin fought the war, as far as we know, starting in February 24th, 2022 in Ukraine, to challenge and to threaten the NATO alliance, to block Ukraine from entering. So I think that he was hoping to sort of set NATO back on its heels. And it must be very frustrating for him to see that in the case of Finland, the exact opposite has occurred, that the alliance is in fact expanding.
The recent visit by Chinese leader Xi Jinping to Russia will also likely be a topic of discussion in Brussels. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen had this to say this week.
We have to be frank on this point. How China continues to interact with Putin's war will be a determining factor for EU-China relations going forward.
Kimmich told VOA that it is difficult to gauge just how significant the meeting between Putin and Xi was. But there appears to be some tension lingering below the surface between Beijing and Moscow about how Russia is prosecuting the war with no end in sight. Saine, VOA News.